Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Jumpstart on CBT News. Today is Monday, July 28th. Here's a look at today's top automotive industry stories brought to you by Ally. The U.S. and European Union have reached a new trade agreement that sets a 15% baseline tariff on most EU goods entering the U.S., easing months of uncertainty for both industries. Announced on Sunday, the deal includes zero tariffs on aircraft parts, semiconductors, and select chemicals, while keeping existing steel and aluminum tariffs in place for now. Tesla has signed a $16.5 billion deal with Samsung to produce its next generation AI 6 chips at Samsung's new chip plant in Taylor, Texas. The chips are expected to power Tesla's future full self-driving systems, with production possibly starting around 2027. This deal represents a major boost for Samsung's struggling contract chip-making division, which has been working to attract high-profile clients. BMW, Mercedes-Benz, and other European automakers are set to gain $4.7 billion in earnings from a new U.S. EU trade deal that lowers import tariffs from 27.5% to 15%. This agreement is particularly beneficial for German brands that export approximately 185,000 U.S.-made vehicles to Europe annually. However, executives warn that the new rate could harm long-term competitiveness unless more production is relocated to the U.S. J.D. Power's 2025 APEAL study shows new car owners feel more emotionally connected to their vehicles than ever before. Based on nearly 93,000 surveys, overall satisfaction hit a record score of 851 out of 1,000. Porsche and Mini topped their segments, while BMW led in model-level awards. However, new model owners reported lower satisfaction with setup and infotainment compared to carryover vehicles, highlighting issues with tech complexity. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back with Kelly Loeffler, SBA Administrator, to discuss key legislative changes and what lies ahead for the small business community.
Nominations are now open for the third annual CBT 40 Under 40 Awards, sponsored by Force Marketing. Join us as we celebrate excellence in the automotive industry. Nominate who you think should be next on CBT News' 40 Under 40 list, even yourself. Visit cbtnews.com for details on eligibility and important information.
The one big beautiful bill that we've heard so much about recently became law. Can you break down for us and share the benefits of small businesses in that bill?
Well, the reason the bill is beautiful because it is a working family Main Street bill.
Okay.
This is pro-worker, pro-small business, in that it's a tax cut for most Americans. It's not just making permanent the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. It also extends tax credits. The tax credit doubles it. It increases the standard deduction, which benefits 91% of taxpayers.
Wow.
But on the small business front, this is really, think about it as a Main Street and manufacturing bill. It makes permanent the pass-through deduction, the 199A, 20% pass-through deduction. It makes 100% expensing of capital purchases permanent, which is going to create really, that's right, a capital expenditure boom in this country, which means we're going to be building factories in America. We're going to be expanding factories. I've been in 23 states so far, many of them twice, walked the factory floors or small business floors, restaurants, and they've said they're going to buy a new oven to expedite their service in a restaurant. A manufacturer is going to build out a whole new side of his plant, buy new CNC machines. There's also no tax on tips and overtime that incentivizes work, which is so critical for this country because small businesses need those skilled workers, but they've got to have the incentive that their income's not going to be taxed away. The average working family is going to take home $10,000 more each and every year thanks to this bill. That's right. So this is incredibly important to generating that golden era that we know is possible when we get government taxes, massive regulation, stabilize the fair trade playing field, and bring back those jobs to America. We'd lost 5 million when our manufacturing sector got hollowed out, and that impacted small businesses.
And be sure to watch the rest of this interview in its entirety right here at cbtnews.com. Well, that wraps up our show for today, but join us again here tomorrow morning on cbtnews.com. And don't forget, you can now stream full episodes of Inside Automotive, Driving Solutions, and The Executive Profile wherever you get your podcasts. And if you haven't already, be sure to follow us on all your favorite social media platforms, and we'll bring the latest industry news right to your feed.